Hello guys, this is Kweku Eva from Aaenics Labs and welcome to another interesting tutorial. It is always important to acknowledge the fact that the more detailed tutorial is on the Aaenics website and the link is also in the description below, so do well to check it out with other amazing tech and robotics content from our own African community. Okay, so in this tutorial we have established the fact that motor drivers are very essential for controlling the speed and then the direction of DC motors. And then this l293d IC in particular can control a maximum of 2 motors at the same time. But you know what, in this tutorial we are only going to work with one motor just for simplicity's sake, yeah. So taking a look at the IC, you can see that the left part, which is from pin 1 to 8, can control one motor, and then the right part, which is also from pin 9 to 16, can also control another motor. You see, this is the schematics for the circuits that you have to build, but since many people confuse themselves with what pin 8 and then pin 16 does, I want to clarify that in this video so that you don't struggle with it in your future project. Every IC is an active component and has to be powered before it can be used. So pin 16 is like the power pin of this IC and it requires just 5 volts to operate. So in case you are using an Arduino, you can connect the 5 volt of your Arduino to it and then you'll be fine. The 5 volts you will connect to pin 16 to power the IC is not the voltage the motors will be using. The voltage the motors will actually be running on is the one that you connect to pin 8. And it can support about 4.5 to 36 volts, which means you can control even big motors too. So it is always important to have a separate or dedicated power supply for the motors and then another supply for the IC too. The other pins you should pay attention to are the enable pins. Since the IC is divided into 2 parts, both parts have their own enable pins. It's like having 2 bulbs in 2 different rooms. You obviously need 2 separate switches so that you can switch them on or off separately. I don't think you'll be happy if the switch to the bulb in your room is the same as the one in your father's bedroom. Okay, so the last thing I want to talk about are the input pins. They are obviously to be connected to the digital pins of whatever microcontroller you are using. In our case today is the Arduino Uno, but then make sure to connect it to digital pins that support pulse width modulation, because you would also want to control the speed and not just the direction of the motors. Okay, so on this note, let me upload a sketch and let's see how everything works. So as you can see, the motor starts to move in the anti-clockwise direction. It begins very slow and then it begins to pick speed. It gets to its peak and then it begins to decelerate again until it reaches 0. And when it settles, the direction also changes and also begins very slow and starts to pick up speed in the clockwise direction until it reaches its peak also, and then it calms down and then it decelerates to the 0 point again. So you see why this is possible, because of the l293d motor driver that is serving as an intermediate between the microcontroller and the motor itself. So guys, I think this is amazing. Let's not spend all the day here. Go be you. And the links to the Aaenics community and other important things I talked about are in the description below, so check them out. And give me a big like and don't forget to subscribe, because there are more amazing stuff coming for you. Bye bye and see you next time.